Good morning, Dominic. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Nobody in the chats yet, but hey, good morning anyway. Let me bring Dominic in here. Good morning, good day, Dominic.
Oh, well, it is good morning because it's after midnight,
Oh
so
well, yeah, I guess you're right.
both mornings.
I never know with you Australians.
Yeah.
So your excuse for last week was you went to an air show. Well, unless the Blue Angels were there, I don't believe you.
Oh, there was
I'm just kidding, of course, but
actually there was the Republic of Korea Air Force Black Eagles, and
really,
they were a sensation. We also had the Australian roulettes, and I think the one highlight of the day had to be the F-22 Raptor.
oh, that must have been
It
cool.
absolutely went all over the place for a good probably 30, 45 minutes.
Awesome.
That was pretty exciting, and all the other major planes, Hercules, F-15s, all of those, they were absolutely spectacular. And
Morning,
here
Dennis.
comes Dennis.
Hey, Dominic. Hey, Rodney.
Good
Hey,
evening.
Dennis. AZ Drone Dude. Good morning. Teej, Giggles,
Morning, David. Yes.
Parts and
Here we go.
Drones. Congratulations, Teej. You were first.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Then AZ Drone Dude, David first. Good
I heard
morning.
it the first time, Rodney. Come on now.
That's all right. You'll hear it again and again and again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
So, anyway. So, how is everybody doing today?
Great.
Yeah. Been a long day, but other than that, yeah.
Uh-huh. You talked to Peter lately?
No, I haven't seen him much in the chat recently.
Yeah, I saw him he was in my live stream this morning.
He was, and he was in Matt's live stream last night.
Was he?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was. So, yeah, that's the first time. I think last night was the first time I'd seen him in a good while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Hey,
Yeah.
Mika Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Good
Hey,
day.
Mika Steve.
Good morning.
The Aussies are taking over.
And Maxie's here.
I don't know who it was that requested Australian songs, but I hope I chose a nice set for you.
So. Oh yeah, anything Australian was good. That's all I was looking for.
Mr. Skyfly, Jackson RC Aviation. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning, all. Yep. Good morning. Yep.
I wore myself out today. I think I didn't get enough sleep last night. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you sang it up this morning, dude.
Yeah.
I think you actually went longer than you normally do.
I need to keep track.
Good.
You must have been really feeling your oats this morning.
I didn't hear that.
I said you must have been feeling your oats this morning.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a huge list of songs that I kind of wanted to get through. So.
Yep. Keep hydrated.
So and I didn't get through all of them, but I got "Summertime Dream" for you, Rodney.
Yeah, and man, I really enjoyed that.
So like I said, I got stuck in the S's. I don't know how many songs that I have in my songbook that start with S, but it dominates everything else.
Does it? I can imagine so. But anyway, I was going to say, at one point I had all of Gordon Lightfoot's albums.
Is that right?
Yeah, I had all of his albums, the best of Gordon, then Gord's Gold 1 and Gord's Gold 2, and there was not one song on any of those albums that was not good.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know, you buy some groups, they have their good songs, they have their
Yeah.
bad songs.
Yeah.
Gordon Lightfoot, in my opinion, didn't have any bad songs. Even the one song that he didn't write on his album was a good song. And I
What
can't
was
even
that
remember
song?
what that one was.
Oh,
But there was one song, and I was really shocked because on all of his albums, he either wrote or co-wrote the songs.
interesting.
And except for that one song, and I can't remember what it is or even what album it's on. I'll have to go look at that.
Mm-hmm.
But man, he was quite the troubadour.
Yeah. The Beatles had "You Know My Name, Look Up My Number." That was theirs. That was their bad song, in my opinion.
Mm.
It's funny. It's funny, but too repetitive. But they were another, of course, not a single artist, but they were another performing art that.
It's very hard to find a bad one. Yeah.
Yeah, they seemed flawless. So.
Mm.
That's true. I mean, and that's rare. That's really
it
kind
is.
of rare, or at least I think so.
Well, they were selective. George Martin had a lot to do with that. You know, they recorded a lot of, or they'd start recording stuff, and George Martin say, "No, you need to either change that or get rid of it."
Mm.
Hey, Barkley. Let me see. Mr. Skyfly, we got in the house. Jackson RC, Barkley, Max, Ayers in the house. Hush, 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 hush.
Alarms in the house.
High glucose is in the house.
Yep.
Hang on a minute, folks.
That's not good. Get your insulin ready, bud.
Woo. It's not too bad. It's only 201.
No.
I've seen it worse.
That's high.
That is high, but I've seen it worse.
Yeah.
So at one time, it got up to almost 400.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really feeling well then either.
That's dangerous territory there.
That is dangerous. But it hasn't been that high in a while. So.
Oh, that's good.
You just had to get there, didn't you? Yeah, I'm telling you. So, but anyway, so I'm going to be working on drones today.
Good.
We have. I'm not going to stay very long. We have. They're calling it Fun Day, the 50th anniversary celebration for our church.
Oh, great.
The church started in 1973. And some of the members are charter members. Some of the people, they were attending 50 years ago, and they're still there.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a pretty big deal at our church today. So,
well,
but
some of the charter members must have been like kids at the time.
I know two of them, and they're not. They weren't. They're old.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know how many charter members there are, but I know that there are at least two. I know there are some.
Yeah, we're still looking for a pastor on our church. I've never seen something that took so long.
That guy from Africa, he preached again last week. Is that right?
No, last week was one of the deacons, and the week before that was one of the deacons, and then but it was 3 Sundays ago that he preached again. Pastor Jacob Al Hassan.
Lone Star.
Yeah, hey Lone Star, Kai, how you doing? I really liked his preaching.
Yeah, he was okay. You let me hear that. It was good.
But hopefully we'll start getting some applicants here pretty soon. Jerry Bauer, good morning.
Very bad.
Barkley, you're not old enough to have a 50th anniversary for a capped tooth. I'm sorry. You're going to have to take that statement back. I've never seen you, but I can't believe that you have a cap on a tooth and the cap is 50 years old. That's
No.
But okay, if that's what you want to celebrate, you go right ahead.
Yeah. Let's celebrate that.
63. Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Got you by 7 years, maybe 8.
He's 8 years older than me.
You know, come this December, I'm gonna be 70.
No. Well, that's my brother's age. He'll be
Is it?
70 in August. So, I'll
Brother
be 50.
Bob Casey, good morning. Yeah, you know, back in 1972, it's funny. I think about this a lot because, to be honest with you, I never thought I'd see the year 2000.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought that. I guess back then it was 70. Actually, it was 1970. And, you know, I was young and dumb, and I'm like, we'd gotten talking about the.
Seemed like forever away, right? In 1970,
Yeah.
you had to be 17, right?
Yeah.
16 years old through most of 1970. So yeah, to live another 30 years when you're 16 years old, that's another 2 times your current age, right? Almost. So,
almost, yeah.
So yeah, it's I can get that.
No, I haven't, Kai, and I really don't want to know. Thank you.
Yeah. We'll let that go.
That does sound like a really dangerous question.
It does, yeah, and
we don't want to know.
We don't want to know.
There are some things in this life.
Yeah, that will just continue to remain a mystery.
Oh. Stephen Droz says, all the kids, I'm 71 in September, going to be 72. Damn, I'm old.
My wife does. But she doesn't look at her age now. She says, you know, in 11 years, I'm going to be 80 years old. It's like, yeah, well, that's old. Well, yeah, but that's also 11 years away, you know?
Throttle Therapy Extreme. Good morning, Dan.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not true. In 11 years, she's going to be 79. So, but China doesn't look at it that way. Your first birthday is the day you're born.
Rodney Bell, at your age, slips and falls are very common and often the last thing you do. Well, I haven't slipped and fell yet, but
therefore your wife is eating more bananas.
Yeah, okay.
Got it.
Gotcha. So maybe she's trying to purposely make me fall.
Very good.
Well, good morning, brother. Ron
Lockwood. I didn't think you had a face anymore.
Long time no see.
Yeah. How's everybody doing?
Yeah.
Pretty good. How about yourself, brother?
I think a little better. Just had some things going on. I just decided to kind of back out of YouTube and social media for a while, and so I kind of got things straightened out.
Well, good deal.
Well, good.
Glad you got things straightened out. Got to tell you though, we missed you, man.
Yeah.
I miss seeing you guys. Miss talking to everybody, and next week should be interesting. So, and I'll fill you all in later. But some changes for me. So we'll we'll see what happens.
Well, we'll wait with bated breath.
Mm.
Laura.
Someone leaving?
No, I'm just saying hello to Laura.
Oh, hi, Laura.
Laura.
Little
Hi, Laura.
Laura.
I know.
Ron is a laid back person.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
I'm ready for spring here.
Me
Well,
too.
Well, you know, I
I'm
guess
not.
I can't really complain. Our winter it's been one of the mildest winters I've ever seen.
I'm
I've flown-
hoping we get one of those too.
I've flown more this past winter than I've ever flown since I've been flying drones.
Yeah, and you're right. It's been mild, but it seems like it's hanging on. But then again, even here in Georgia, we've had snow in April before, so
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's always that possibility.
yeah.
There's always that one.
Uh-oh. Now we're attracting the hoodlums.
Yeah.
Laura wants to know if it's past your bedtime, Dominic.
No, I had to sleep in the afternoon so I could stay up and watch this.
Hey, Mel.
All right,
Hey,
Mel.
Mel.
Good morning and afternoon and evening.
Yeah, that catches everybody.
Good
Howdy.
night. That's the reason they say good day in Australia, because it's
Yeah, we don't know what time zone it is.
right.
So it's just g'day.
So, how's your trip going, Mel? You back home or?
No, I'm still in Fort Smith.
Oh, okay.
I'll be here, and my laptop's too far away on this table I'm sitting here at, so I can't reach the keyboard. So, good morning to everybody in chat too. Yeah, I'm going to be here another 3 weeks or so, probably, maybe 4, something like that.
Did you go to see Lloyd?
Not yet, and that's part of the reason I'm still going to be here a while.
Oh, okay.
It on Tammy's days off for the last 2 weeks, it's rained. So she complains about that all the time. It's like, of course, it's my day off and it's going to rain. And I know that Lloyd and Judy don't like to get out when it's raining and stuff. So I'm just kind of biding my time, hoping for a decent day to go visit them.
Ron, Hot Rod asked you a question there, brother.
Yeah, I saw that.
You're more of a Sony guy, right? Of course, you like all kinds of things.
Oh, look who showed up in the chat. Peter Carroll.
Yay. Hello.
Hey, Peter.
The sky is falling.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bent Rail Productions, good morning.
We were just talking about you, Peter.
That must be why he's in the chat. His
Yeah.
ears
His
are
ears
ringing.
were burning.
That sixth sense working for him.
Oh, Matt is in the house.
Oh my goodness, that's
North
like
Oh,
East
here we
Home
go.
Productions. Now almost all of the Australian contingent is here.
yeah.
Yep.
All we
Matt's
need now
following-
is Ari to show up and
Matt's
We need
following
more
Peter around
Australia.
like a lost puppy dog.
so Ron, how long are you off this time? I know the other day when I talked to you on the phone, you said you were on your way home.
I think now I'm gonna go back on Friday.
Friday.
Possibly Thursday. We'll see.
I'm sorry.
Possibly Thursday.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, I got a few days off. I spent the day yesterday shoveling. I think my friend that I've spoken to you about, that's on oxygen and everything. He was in California, for the last 3 weeks. For about a week and a half, he couldn't get home because obviously Donner passed in Lake Tahoe, and then it took him several days to get here because of the weather. But anyhow, he was expected yesterday, so I went to his house and made sure everything was ready to go, and shoveled close to 3 feet off the back deck. And
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
But anyhow, got him home and got him all settled. So that was my day yesterday. But, today, I think I'm just going to hang at home. There's a lot of papers and stuff on my desk I want to clean up.
Oh, I bet. You probably got a bunch of mail to go through and stuff too.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, it's good to have you back into the stream.
Yeah, it's been a little while. I haven't seen you guys really since the show.
Yeah. I wished I could have stayed longer.
Yeah. I apologize. I was so busy there.
Oh no, you were busy. That's what you were there for. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
that's
guess
true.
you sold a lot of trips, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Anybody know what I'm doing right now?
I don't think we want to.
It looks like you're just sitting there.
I'm doing my best impersonation of Peter Carroll.
Well, you need to step it up a little bit then. Where's those zingers?
Good old fashioned zingers.
Those
You said that, and the first thing come to my mind was Twinkies.
well, those aren't the kind of zingers I was talking about.
Al Duran is in the chat.
Yeah,
Oh,
Al Duran, good morning.
This jacket was a present from Al Duran. It has my logo on it.
Oh yeah. I remember you showing that. That's pretty nice.
Proud of this.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
In fact, didn't you wear that up there in Pennsylvania?
I did.
I thought yeah. I think that's where you showed it to me.
Yeah.
You still playing with your RC truck, Rodney?
No, I haven't played with it for a while. I'm having too much fun with the drones.
Yeah.
So even I need to get it out and run it a bit. I do have one of the young men in our church is into RC cars, so maybe I'll get together with him.
Uh-huh.
But he's one of these that he keeps adding to his car, high performance this and high performance that. And it seems like about every week or every other week he's coming in and telling, I had to spend another $100 on this or $100. Like, well, don't wreck them.
Right.
Yeah.
This is my latest that I'm working on.
Now you're into the crawling aspect of it, aren't you?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've got trucks that go fast. I've got one that's a 70 mile an hour truck, but I don't. It just doesn't do it for me like the crawling does, and so it has a specific name that goes along with a couple other trucks that I don't drive. We call those shelf queens. Because they sit on the shelf and look pretty, and that's all they do.
Hey, I want to say good morning to Brad Austin. He's popped into the house, Mr. Highfly. Good morning.
Hey, Brad. I was in a hobby shop the other day, and they had a bunch of crawlers around there, and I can see the attraction. They just
it's to just sit back and drive one fast is okay if that's your thing, but if you crash, things break.
Right.
And that means spending more money on repairs and upgrades.
Right.
But when you're crawling, it's more like a chess game. It's a contest between your interpretation of what we call the line, the spot to try to make the climb, and your belief in your driving skill and your belief in the abilities of the vehicle that you're driving.
Yeah.
Because any vehicle, when it reaches some point of vertical, it's going to balance. And then at some point, it's going to become heavy and flip over the other way. And that goes for sideways too.
Right.
And so you want to try to pick the most difficult climb that you can do without
Still make it.
exceeding the capabilities of your driving skill or vehicle.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a chess game, and it's you against the. I look at this as back when I was playing golf. When I got on the golf course, the entire world disappeared because it was nothing but me, my clubs, that little ball, and the hole at the end of a fairway.
Yeah.
So, this helps take my mind off of things and gets me out of the thinking mode for all the bad stuff going on in my life and everywhere else. Still playing with those Tonka toys. Yeah, Peter, I sure am. This one here, not really Tonka. But I'm holding $1,000 in my hand right here. So they're a little more than Tonka, but yeah, and they're more fun.
Yeah. Tonka didn't have a motor.
But the challenging thing that a lot of the guys are doing now, and I'm going to start doing it, is we're going to start buying some of these old vintage actual metal Tonka toys and convert them over to RC.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that ought to be interesting.
Yeah.
Now I don't remember. Those are quite a bit bigger than the Hot Wheels, right?
Oh yeah. Like a Tonka dump truck could be about the same size as this.
Oh, is that right? Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I was a kid, we'd get these Tonka vehicles like that, and they were pretty big, but they were durable.
They were all stamped steel back then. Now they're some of them are still stamped steel, but the quality and the build, the thickness of the metal, it's all so much less than it was back in the day.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Warren, good morning. Akira Show's in the house.
Hey, Mel, I was thinking about you there about a week ago based on a conversation previously you and I had.
Right.
About 2 hours. Yeah, about 2 hours west of here. About a week and a half ago, some of the most vibrant northern.
Really?
Yeah, I just I was I was up north, but I saw some pictures on Facebook that just were incredible.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I need about 30 seconds of video of that. So whenever you get the chance, that would be awesome.
If I was home, I would have raced over there. I had a heads up, that there was some online information that it was going to happen that night. Sure enough. So.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing thing to see in person, isn't it?
What's that?
Northern Lights.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw them from the plane a couple weeks ago, but
yeah.
When I was in the Navy, I was in the perfect area to see the Northern Lights. The problem was it was June, so it was sunny all the time.
Yeah.
So anyway,
That
was up in the Arctic Circle.
I'm the star.
Someone wake my cat up.
His cat's being a nuisance like mine is.
Yeah. It must know something. She must have known that your cat is there.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they're plotting with each other.
Yeah.
Kitty.
Actually,
Mine is for the last 3 hours.
Mine's right there.
Yeah.
She's behaving herself, actually, for a change. She's not being a pest.
That's because you're not moving your left arm.
Yeah.
Good point. I do have to come up every now and then. I move the keyboard, and then as soon as I move the keyboard, she squinches a little bit more towards the direction of the keyboard.
Yeah.
Phantom Hodges Jones, good morning, Paul.
Hey,
Morning,
Paul.
Paul.
Scott Nadu, good morning. Russell Glarum, good morning.
Hey, Russell.
Who else? There was someone else. I guess I got everybody.
I don't even know all the people. I mean, how many, which I don't know who the people were that were in my chat. I just know that at one point there were 19. So.
At one point, you had 21.
Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I can't watch that sort of stuff.
Drone Gaming RP, good morning.
Hey, Justin.
Yep, that's Justin. Formerly, what was it, Justin 863?
Yeah.
Wasn't that his old handle?
Well, Drone's 863.
Oh, Drones 863. That's
Yeah.
what it was, yeah. So, but anyway.
Dennis has some homework.
I do?
You forgot already? You just had it on your live stream a little bit ago.
I think
You
you had
Well,
songs
you
to
had-
look up.
You have to look up a song for next weekend.
well, there are a few.
Ah,
There are
Yeah.
a few. There was one by Lionel Richie. I don't
I was
remember-
talking
recall
about the
it.
Don Ho song, but
Oh, Don Ho. Yeah.
Yep. Tiny bubbles
In
in
the
my
wine.
wine. Tiny bubbles makes me fine. And that's it.
well, that's a good thing that's it, Rodney.
Yeah, we were about to take up a GoFundMe fund.
So I got to see Don Ho when I was stationed in Japan.
Did he appreciate your singing as much as we do?
No, but he didn't appreciate my harassment because I kept yelling out at repeating tiny, to get him to sing Tiny Bubbles again. He never did. So
No,
no,
creep.
I know that's what I said. And shortly before the Shore Patrol came and pulled me out.
Well, actually, you reminded me of another one, Mel. You and me against the world. Me and you against the world. Helen Reddy. Because
Yeah,
you were talking about the struggle with trying to make your climb as difficult as possible without losing it.
Right.
Me
Right.
and you against the world, right? So
Drone Life RC, Chris. Good morning.
Morning.
that's fine, Chris.
Brother Bob, did I say good morning to you, Bob Casey? I hope I did.
Oh, that's all right.
Bob, are you
Right.
going to be in Florida again this year? I mean, on April 1st.
Who was
Looking
that
forward
for?
to seeing a lot of people there.
Who were you
Rodney
asking?
make it.
Who were you asking that question?
Bob
of?
Casey.
Oh, Bob. Yeah, I think he's going.
Yep. He said, yes, sir.
Cool.
Chris Hope, good
Hey,
morning.
Chris Hope.
Hey,
Morning, Chris.
Chris
Chris.
Hope sounds less and less likely every week. So for South Florida.
Well, I went from 100% positive about having the idea of going to not happening in about the blink of an eye.
Oh my. Peter would be reminding me my clock is late if you were here.
It's 1 minute late. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So Don's gonna
I was
fill
all
in for
excited
Peter.
about going, but then when this disability stuff got straightened out and they sent me the back pay, it was about 40% of what I thought I was getting.
Oh my.
And that just happened to be the day that deposit went in the bank was the day I was thinking, you know what? I could rent a car here instead of put the mileage on my car, drive down there, spend a couple nights in a hotel, drive back, make it a 1-day drive, be a little bit of a long ride, but it's doable. And yeah, then I saw the deposit about an hour later.
Got to get the judge to approve it. Yeah, that's a shame, Mel. I always look forward to seeing you.
Mm.
We don't cross paths very often.
Not
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
The last time I saw you, Mel, was at Spin Up in 2019.
That's true. That's true. Tammy and I have this running joke going. You know, we've gone out to a couple of restaurants to eat dinner and stuff here and there, and she'll say, you know, I haven't been here since the last time I was here with you. And I said, yep, me either.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
Ron's doing the Peter Carroll impersonation.
Dennis, I got to tell you, I ended up going back to that same restaurant the next night after dinner, the night
Yeah.
of dinner, with Kelly. And,
Oh, she did get to come see you.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
That's great.
yeah, she looks great. Things going well for her.
Good deal.
That's great. Yeah, I'll be there Friday also, Bob. I'll be leaving. Probably I'll get up usually
Thank you,
4 or
Bob.
5 o'clock in the morning. I'll head out. It's about a 9-hour drive, I think. So should be there early afternoon. And then my hotel is through the 4th, to the 4th, leaving on the 4th.
So you're staying at the same hotel we stayed at last year, right?
I am, and I got in just under the wire too, by the way.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, when I called, it was late, and the lady that I spoke to said, "Oh, those convention rates aren't available anymore." And so she said the current rate, it was 139, I think, is the deal rate. It's a fantastic deal, but she said the current rate is like $389, close to $400. It'd be over $400 with taxes and that. I said, okay, well, I have to find another place. But anyway, then I mentioned it to Ray, and he said, call them again in the morning and talk to this particular person. So,
Oh, there you go.
and mention my name. So I did that, and I got in. So,
Oh, well, good deal.
yeah.
Good deal. Yeah, I'm going to miss everybody this year.
You're not going,
And
Rod?
everybody's going to miss you.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to be able to go this year. But I am looking forward to next year.
Well, that's what I'm thinking now is I'll probably have to try to plan for next year.
Yeah. And I definitely want to go to Spin Up. I still haven't heard. I need to get over to Kelly's channel and try and find out when Spin Up's going to be. He should be announcing it pretty soon, shouldn't he? Or maybe he already has, and I just haven't seen it yet.
I don't think he has yet, but yeah, he ought to be talking about that anytime just because he'll start planning for it now.
So I have a working title for our Australia meetup, Up in the Land Down Under.
Michael, good morning. Copper State Aerial Photography in the house.
The only problem with Australia is everybody flies inverted.
But you get used to it really quickly.
Yeah.
It was no challenge at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
So if I was to go there with a drone and a fixed wing, if I was there and flew the fixed wing inverted, would it then be upright?
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody's saying that he hasn't made an announcement yet. So
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd heard anything yet.
Yeah. Yeah. On first Saturday, which is usually first Friday, but on that show, he said that he had been saying that he would make the announcement at the South Florida Drone Meetup. But this time he didn't commit to that. He just said, I'll be making an announcement at some point.
Oh, okay. Now, is Kelly going to the South Florida Drone Meetup?
He is, and so is Chris.
Wow. Now I really regret not going.
Yeah.
I mean,
Chris Waters.
yeah. Oh, well. Anyhow, so Ron, you're not going this year either, are you?
No, not this year.
Yeah. I was thinking it'd be cool if Chris Hope and Chris Waters and Kelly all traveled together, but that would just be too much awesome in one place.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
I'd feel sorry for any pit stops they make along the way.
Well, you afraid they're going to throw a Dixie cup in the pool or something, mess up the place?
You just never know. I mean, you get the antics of Chris Waters and
He has an imagination.
the muscle support from Chris Hope and the backing power from Kelly Shores, and there's just no telling what trouble those three get into.
Well, I said too much awesome in one place.
Yep.
Is that why you're not going, Kai? Because of the training class?
Training class starts March 27th. That's right in the way.
Yeah.
Well, don't they know who you are, Kai? I mean,
Doc Murdoch, yeah.
You ought to be able to just, snap your fingers and make things happen.
Don't they know how big he is?
Well, they probably don't know yet, but when they see him.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. You want to go to South Florida? Yeah. We'll move this training class.
Sorry, Peter.
Yep.
So they haven't seen him yet.
Oh, that's right.
Oh man. Well, I don't want to bring this down, but you know what tomorrow is, right?
Time change day.
Well, but also the day that Brother Rick Halbert passed away.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I've got something that I'm going to play at the end of this. So hopefully it'll work out. And then I'll probably end up posting it to my YouTube channel.
See you, Brad. Wow, Brad is up to 340 miles already since January the 1st.
Wow.
This
So
will be
enjoy your walk.
year 3.
Yes. Hello, God.
What was that, Ron?
I'm on the phone with God right now, Rodney. I'm making a call ahead to make sure everything works out good for you later. Yeah, he said he'll take care of it for you.
All right, thanks.
Right.
So what were you saying? You ready to ask, Ron?
This is year 3, right? For Rick.
No, year 2. He passed away in 2021.
Oh, for some reason I was thinking it was 3.
It feels like 3, to be honest. I wondered that too, but he passed away in 2021. Was it 2021? I'm pretty sure it was, yeah. So
It was the first drone meetup. Yeah.
yeah. So it was shortly before that.
Right.
I mean, the first South Florida drone meetup.
Yeah, that was in 2021. So yeah. Yeah, Chris Hope says it's 2 years now.
Yeah, I remember did that little vlog with Jim Boyd down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
I haven't seen Jim Boyd since that day, since that weekend.
yeah.
I saw him last year.
Did you?
Adrian and I kind of busted through his house, and
Oh yeah, I knew about that. Yeah.
And that's the last I've heard of him.
Well, I hope everything's going okay for him.
Yeah, me too. Kind of miss chatting with him.
Chris Hope says Jim who? Yeah. I received a text from him one day. It was a text just out of the blue, and I'm not even sure what he was talking about. But I texted him back, and I never heard anything again. So
that's what Chris Hope said. Chris said he texted him one day, and 4 or 5 months later, he replied.
Jim and I were talking pretty regular, 2-3 times a week there for a little while, and then all of a sudden, nothing. Just quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adrian picked me up at the airport, and we were going to Bill's restaurant, and we were going right through I forget Jim's town, but I said, Adrian, let's stop at the house. So we pulled up in front of the house, and Adrian's laying on the horn. I'm like, knock it off. I'm like, oh my God. I said, listen, Jim had the door about half to 3/4 of the way down, the garage door. And I said, you stay here. I said, if you hear gunfire, call the police. So I got out of the car, went up the driveway, and went underneath the garage door. And there was Jim sitting in his garage. He had his headphones on. That's why he didn't hear the car horn. And he came, and he popped up out of his chair and yelled, what the are you doing here? It's kind of a risky thing I did, but we sat and talked to him for a better part of an hour and a half or better, and try to convince him, hey, everybody's been asking about you and miss seeing you.
Right.
He, I asked him one thing. I said, Jim, just do us a favor. Somebody texts you and say, hey, how are you? One word reply. It's not asking too much. He said he would, but he never did.
Yeah.
I wish him well.
Yeah.
I think most everybody does. So.
Yeah, Palm Bay. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's another one we haven't heard from in a while is Mitch.
Mitch, yeah.
Yeah, Chris was saying in the chat that he talked to him recently. He's doing okay. So.
Well, that's good. M Drone 1, Mark Fisher, good morning.
Mark Fisher.
However, someone who's not doing okay is Susan Lee, which she really needs our prayers.
Yeah, I need to text her. I haven't texted her in a while.
I don't have her phone number, but I have her Facebook, and it took her a while to reply to me, and I haven't replied back to her, but I can say that she really needs our prayers.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, M Drone 1.
Michael Blade, good morning. So. Well, it was rather windy this morning.
Yeah, your drone thought so anyway.
Yeah, it kept telling me high wind warning, high wind warning.
It's quite calm here.
It's calm here too, but it's cloudy and rainy.
It's sunny, but it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
for this
all
time.
those clouds we had this morning are pretty much all gone now. So it's sunny, but it's still windy as all get out.
It's 48 degrees, so it's a little bit better.
So Ron, what's your summer like so far?
Well, everything goes well. Canadian bear hunt will be the end of May, and then about 2+ weeks after that, I'm heading to Alaska to that bush camp, and I'll be living in a campground there for a week and filming the coastal brown bears and wolves. After that, nothing.
So at the end of May, you're going to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Is your friend going to be able to go with you?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm still researching that quite a bit. Like yesterday, I was on the Canadian border website trying to see what all is required to bring oxygen across the border. And he has to have, I got to make sure he has a prescription from his doctor that he keeps it on hand. Seeing if there was a maximum amount that he's allowed to bring across. And yeah, he don't, how do I say, think ahead. So I'm trying to help do some of the legwork. I just don't want to get all the way, because it's probably 4, 8, probably close to a 15-hour drive to the border. I just don't want to get up there and find out, oh, sorry, you can't cross.
Or you have to leave $500 worth of shit behind.
Yeah. Well, you and him will have a passport, right? Because you have to have a passport to go into Canada now.
Yeah. Like right now, I'm working on hunter safety course. It's, gosh, it's, I don't know. I'm already 6 hours into this, but it's required
to hunt in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
do you have to have a passport to get into Canada or to get back into the United States? Because I know right after 9/11 happened, they made it so that you had to have a passport to get back into the United States, but you could go freely into Canada.
No, I think you had to. I think you had to have a passport going into Canada and coming out.
Yeah.
Because the last time I went to Canada, my job when I was working in Texas, they paid for me to get a passport so I could go do a job up in Toronto. And I drove into Toronto, so going into Toronto I had to show my passport, and coming out I had to show my passport.
Well, that was you. Yeah, Rodney Bell needs a passport. Everybody else can just cross.
It may have just been me. You know, people look at me like that, you know, like I'm some kind of criminal.
Well, anybody that owns guns and goes to Canada, according to Trudeau or 2B Booby, is criminal anyway. So you got to watch out.
I know someone that had a gun in his RV and forgot about it, and him and his wife were crossing into Canada, and they searched his vehicle. And they asked him, "Do you have any guns?" And he said that this look came over his face, and he goes, "Sir, we're going to have to inspect your vehicle." And they found the gun. So they pulled him off, and they only kept him there for about 3 hours. And then what they ended up doing was confiscating the gun, and then they let him go. And they told him, what in the world was that?
My text message.
So was it it obviously was a handgun then if they confiscated it.
Yeah, it was a handgun. And they let him go and told him he couldn't come back to Canada anymore.
Really?
Did he get his gun back?
Nope. Nope, they kept it.
That's
least
it.
that's
You
what he
can't go
told me.
back.
Huh?
That's it. You can't go back.
Yeah, he didn't have to go through I don't think he had to see a magistrate, but they brought his case up before a magistrate because they went to the magistrate of the local town, and then they told him he wasn't allowed back into Canada anymore. So
Well, that's a pretty big deal.
that is a
Yeah,
pretty deal. I mean, but he's
handguns
lucky.
have been out. Yeah, they've been outlawed in Canada for many years.
He's pretty lucky that they didn't throw him in the clinker forever.
Mm.
Wow.
I know very well what it's like to have a concealed, loaded handgun and forget about having it. And gosh, it's probably the most scared I was ever in my life. And on a military base too.
Oh wow.
That makes me want to ask, how do you forget something like that?
Mm.
Real short story of it. When I worked on the military base in California, I could hunt deer there. Problem was out there, the hunting season was mostly August and September, and the rattlesnakes were still out there.
Yeah.
So I used to carry a 22 with snake shot, and it was due to absolute. I have no excuse other than being sloppy and stupid. I left there one day, had like a 2.5 hour drive home, threw it in my backpack, put my rifle in the truck, and went home. A week later, when I got home, I put my rifle in the gun safe, completely forgot about the pistol. And again, I said no excuse other than sloppiness and stupidity. Following week, I go back to the military base to work. And as soon as I'm done working, I'm like, well, I'm going to stay and hunt for a couple more days. And I guess Mel and Rodney, you would understand too, that, it was called range control on the base. And
Yeah.
I had to go over there to get a set of keys for the gun range. I wanted to go over and just double check my rifle. And I did. When I was coming back through security to return the keys, there was all these extra MPs, cops standing around. I'm like, oh God, what the hell's going on? And I pulled up, and the one security cop there that knew me, because I had, every day I go to work, I'd have to stop there. But he said they were conducting a random anti-terrorist checkpoint. He said, are you okay with complying? And I said, I don't have a choice.
Yeah, right. Are you okay with
said,
it?
Yeah.
You must do it.
And I said, well, he said, what is your purpose here? I said, I just got off work. I went over the gun range. I have to return the keys to range control. I said, I do have a rifle in the back. It's unloaded. Here's my hunting permit. Here's my hunting license. Had all the necessary paperwork. He said, okay, no problem. So he had me pull. I had a Jeep, 4-door Jeep Wrangler, and he had me pull the vehicle over to the side. He said, open up all your doors and your hood, and I want you to stand against that wall with that other officer. I said, okay. So I'm standing over there, and this cop is ripping my vehicle apart, going through it. And I'm okay with that. And all of a sudden he stops and he gives me this look. And I knew something was up. And then he calls for another officer to come over to get in my vehicle. And I'm like, uh-oh, something's wrong. Well, then he comes walking over to me. And he said, sir, we have a problem. And I said, well, I told you about my rifle and everything's locked up and separate. He goes, it's not your rifle I'm concerned about. the loaded concealed pistol in your backpack, that's a problem. That's when my heart fell through the floor. And at that point there, I just like, okay, here I am. I'm going to Soledad, which is federal prison there in California. But he said, I need you to walk over here with me. And I almost threw up right there. I'm like, oh, my stomach, you have no idea.
Oh, God, I can imagine.
Here's
Right.
what completely blew me away. He pulls the pistol out, and I told him, I said, it's a 22. I said, I've got snake shot in there. He goes, I'm well aware of what's in it. I'm like, okay, Ron, just shut your mouth. You know, he hands me the pistol and tells me to unload it.
Wow.
And I was shaking so bad, I almost dropped it, and I handed it back to him. I said, you're going to have to do this because I can't control it. So I hand him the pistol. It was a 22 revolver. He empties it, hands it back to me. I'm still shaking, confused as to what he's doing. And I put it back in the Jeep, and I'm like, what now? And he said, I've got a couple questions for you. And one of them is, have we learned a lesson today? And I said, you have absolutely no idea what I've learned. And he says, I know you work here. I know who you are. And he said, just never forget this day. I'm like, trust me, I never will. So they let me go. And for the next 6 months, every day I went in there, if he'd see me, he'd give me a little smirk. I mean,
For that inspection run?
Yeah, I think they probably could have prosecuted me.
Yeah.
Having a loaded, concealed pistol without a permit on a military base. Yeah, none of that would have went my.
Yeah. Not only would you gone to jail, you would have lost your job and everything.
I don't remember what I did wrong. We went into Tijuana, my wife and I, and we were coming back.
Well, that was your first mistake.
Yeah, that was a mistake in the first place, but we wanted to see it. Anyway, we never didn't even get out of the cars. It was too scary. I'm serious. But anyway, I got into a wrong lane. I know that for sure. Coming back to the United States. But there was something else that I did wrong. And because of it, they made us sit for 4 hours in a parking lot with a bunch of other cars that were also there under suspicious means or whatever. But I don't remember what it was I did wrong, but apparently I didn't learn a lesson from it. So.
Yeah, one of the couple of times I ever went to Tijuana, a friend of mine and his wife invited me, and her sister was with them. So there was the four of us. We went over to Tijuana. Now, Chrissy and Chrissy, they're both their names. They were both called Chris. Their names were different. Her name was Chrysanthemum, and I forget what the other one was. Christina, I think. Anyway, they were of Mexican descent, but they were Americans. They were born and raised in Texas. But anyway, we went across into Tijuana, and we went through, did our shopping, ate some food, and we was coming back through the border again. And man, you talk about an interrogation. They were interrogating both Chris's. They were interrogating Bill, the one Chris's husband, but both me and Bill were in the Navy, and then his wife had a dependent's ID card. There shouldn't have been any problem with that. And the other Chris had a Texas driver's license. But man, it took us about an hour and a half to just get back into San Diego.
Yeah, I don't remember what we did. What I did.
When I was a service writer for Hawthorne Caterpillar in Escondido, one of my service mechanics was married to a Mexican lady. She was a Mexican national. And they had dual residency from United States and Mexico, and their home where they lived was actually in Mexico, the house they owned. And it wasn't the main border crossing on I-5 in San Diego, and it wasn't the one over in El Segundo. Well, there goes the channel.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a more, the border crossing to go to his house was a more remote located one with a lot less traffic. And because he went in and out of there all the time, they knew him. So he told us when we come to his house to go that way. So we did, and we got into Mexico, no problem. The highway between Mexico and Tijuana, which we had to go to Tijuana to turn and go south to go down to Puerto Nuevo. And this highway is a long stretch of highway. And in the middle of the highway, probably 50 miles, there's a checkpoint. So we stop at the checkpoint. Now, mind you, I don't speak Spanish. My at that time, limitation of speaking Spanish was el taco por favor, dos más cervezas, 2 more beers. I could say a few things, but very, very limited. He speaks fluent Spanish. And I always kind of got a kick out of it because he was from West Virginia and he had a good West Virginia draw and he spoke Spanish, and that sounded like something you ain't never heard. Anyway, we get stopped at this checkpoint. Now it's him and I, and we're dressed in casual clothes, but more than jeans and T-shirts. And our wives are dressed up in, dresses, they're looking good. And we're going to a nice restaurant in Puerto Nueva, and it's a 2-hour drive to get there. A quarter of the way through the trip, we get stopped at this checkpoint. We're riding in my Silverado. The girls are in the back seat. Him and I are in the front. The federales pull me over at gunpoint. There's about 8 of them around my truck. They all got their M16s or whatever it is they had pointed at us, and they're yelling at me in Spanish. And I'm like, dude, what's he telling me? I don't know what to do. I don't understand. He played dumb. He wouldn't tell me what they were saying. He says, I think they want us to get out of the truck. Okay, so about then they jerked the doors open and kind of showed us how to get out of the truck. So him and I got out and stood out. They tilted our seats forward and they were looking in the back seat. And then they pushed the seat backs and they shoved us back in the truck and they slammed my door and started motioning me, so I took off. And I asked him, I said, Bruce, what was that all about? And why didn't you tell me what was going on? He said, I didn't want to freak you out. They wanted you and me out of the truck so they could lean the seats forward and look at our wives in their dresses. He says, and I know you, and I know where we'd be right now had I let you know what was really going on.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my one and only experience with in Mexico road checkpoint with the federales.
I want a new job. I want to be on the checkpoint.
Yeah.
Oh, you really? I mean, they give you the authority to carry a badge and a gun and let you harass people and strip search them, and
at least it'll be legal this time.
fondle them. But we used to go down to Mexico all the time. We drive right straight through Tijuana, drive down to Puerto Nueva from San Diego, and I used to take my wife down there on a Saturday just for lobster, because you get a lobster that covers a plate that's 30 inches long and cost you about $8 back then.
Yeah, but back in the 70s, I mean, it really wasn't any problem for the most part crossing into Mexico.
Right.
The one instance, I mean, I've been there like 3 times, and the first time was when I was with my friend and his wife and her sister, and it's the fact that they were of Mexican descent was the problem. So the border guards in the United States, the customs agents or whatever they're called, they thought they were Mexican nationals trying to sneak in over the border.
Oh.
So they finally convinced they were finally convinced that they were U.S. citizens, and then
So you were smuggling and human trafficking as a young man, huh?
I could neither confirm nor deny that allegation.
Are you in a safe house at the moment, Rodney?
Shh.
Yeah.
If I know Rodney like I think I do, I think his house is pretty damn safe.
Yeah.
Well protected.
Hey, Rodney, Paul Hodges sent me this morning. I just forwarded it to you. I'll let you choose if you want to. But some people, sometimes in the world, things that make you.
Oh man.
Well, just watch the first minute of it, 30 seconds. What the heck was this guy doing or thinking?
Hey, hang on a minute. Let me.
Ron Lockwood, what have you been doing, son? I haven't seen you for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to explain that to you.
That's all right, mate. That's all right. I tried to call you a couple of times, but you did an old Jim on me, so oh well, whatever.
Whoa, that's a low shot.
Isn't it just? Poof. No, you're right, Ron. It's all good, mate.
All right. So I'm gonna hit play now. There's no sound to this, or at least the sound's muted. So
That car looks a bit messy.
is there music to this, Ron? Or
I don't believe so.
okay,
I
I'm
think you
gonna
need
go
the Benny Hill music to it.
Here we go.
Oh dear.
Oh goodness.
Oops.
Maybe I'll mute the sound. That was kind of loud. Wow, that was bad, huh?
We didn't hear anything, Rodney.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that was bad. Gracious peace.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Are you serious?
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Scene of the crime. Left your
Oh
pants
my
behind,
goodness.
mate.
Apparently that's up in
crazy.
Ontario.
That was crazy.
Oh, it gets better.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay, well let's continue on then.
Oh man. The hell? What? Hang on. That's
That's
another
the
car.
guy.
If he went home to get a car, why didn't he go home to get some clothes?
Exactly.
Oh my god, he's what? Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So he comes back to the car and then takes off. They just
So what's he doing in the passenger seat of that other car?
might not want to know.
Okay. At least he's got his hazard lights on. He's doing it safely.
Well, his car's all jacked up from the wreck.
They probably wouldn't let him drive without the hazard lights being on.
Yeah.
Automatic hazard.
He's definite hazard, isn't he? Look at this guy pulling in front of him. Ah, there you go. He's not going anywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty much the end of it. Yeah. Oh, maybe he's taking.
Well,
Maybe.
you said it was going to get better. I expected to see his naked girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
Whoa! See you later. Look at him. What's at halftime at the baseball?
Yeah.
Let me in. I've got a Colt. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I thought he was going to jump in the driver's seat and try and steal it.
He's coming back again. This guy doing? It's crazy. Not sure if it is a guy.
That's insane.
Man, that guy's got some issues at the moment.
Now he's just going in somebody's house.
Mm.
Well, this is obviously either Europe or Australia.
No, that's in Ontario.
I was going to say.
Oh, I was looking at the date. That's
Just
It's in
ignore
the
what
right.
you.
It's around the right way.
European standard for data.
It's around the right way.
Just ignore what you saw while you were here, Dennis. We
Mhm.
won't ignore everything. Now he's laying him in the snow. Oh, geez.
Face down. That's gonna be a little chilly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
A little chilly.
That's insane.
That's why I wasn't sure whether it was a bloke or not. I wasn't. Anyway, music for that isn't the streak. I'll be disappointed. That's right, mate.
Yep.
Oh, that was funny.
Wow.
Fastest thing on 2 feet.
Wow, that's unreal.
Unlimited vertical. Good morning. I think his comment. If the music for this isn't the streak, I'll be disappointed.
Hey, Dennis.
Yes,
you know
sir.
those stickers you bought me, mate?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, looky.
Look at that.
Ooh.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Mm.
I'm glad I could transport them.
Mm.
I know. You did a lot of that, actually, because you brought Chris Hope's meat rubs with him. You know that meat rub that burns really easily?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The one that
Meat
makes
rub.
everything crispy.
Yeah, crispy, isn't it?
Did you like it?
Yes, mate. I've had some really nice ones since Dennis left.
I might
Well, I
have
mean,
to.
that goes without saying, but
I might have to leave the panel. I just found out that 2 people that I respect quite highly are smugglers.
Smugglers. Oh, yes.
Rodney and now Dennis.
Yeah. Dennis, he did. He was bringing all sorts of.
We've only mentioned the stickers and the everything we've mentioned is legal.
Mm.
That's right. And you know that stuffed koala that Dennis
Right.
has got? It's not stuffed. Right?
I made sure it had a nice full meal before it left. So it was
Look, to wear a gum leaf necklace, keep it around you, mate.
no, I finally got over my gum leaf addiction. So
You did?
I did, yeah.
Usually takes longer. You must be strong personality, Dennis. Hey, Ron, I want to show you something, mate. Ronald, where are we? Here we go. Look. Oh, I did this. Come on. Oh, I tell you what, that's a bit of a bugger. Look, Ron. Look. Orange.
Yep.
Ooh. It looks like an hotel, doesn't it?
It does look like an hotel. Good job on that cover, though.
Is that your Mavic 2?
This is the 3.
Oh.
This is the 3 Classic, all right? But because the Mavic 2 was so good in the air with this color, I did it with this one as well, because it really, really does make a difference when I'm flying low and there's bushland in the background. Just sticks out. There's your drone. Hello.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, man. So good. And it's gloss too. So when the sun hits it, it reflects a lot of the light and what have you. It's awesome. That was in Cambridge, Ontario. Yes, mate. Yes. I Well, that was my base, actually, Cambridge in Ontario.
I want to share this with you. As most of you know, back in February, Dennis and I went up to Pennsylvania to meet up with Ron Lockwood and Max Air 420 and Tammy. And then when we all left, Dennis went on, made a trip up to New England, but he visited Sean Crowley. I want you to see this video that they made, or actually that Sean made.
Can't hear it.
Your audio.
Oh, you can't hear the audio?
No, we can't hear it. We couldn't hear the other one either.
All right, hang on a minute. I'm doing something wrong, I guess. Share tab audio.
Oh, Mike's leaving. Sorry, Mike, I didn't see.
See you, Mike.
Is Mike leaving? Oh, okay. Mike, you have a good day. So, let me try this again. I don't know why you can't hear the audio. Dennis mentioned that earlier too. Can you hear it?
Nope.
No. Your volume's up in that right corner.
Sean's basically saying, I don't know why nobody will play with me. I have this, I've redone the what did he call that man cave of his? Anyway, I've redone it. I've made it all nice. And then he showed me. I don't know why either.
All right. Well, I'll just have to. I'll post the link to it up in the chat.
Hello, Art.
Do that, and I'll share it, mate, and see if it works.
Hey, Art.
Hey, Art.
Hey, Art, how are you, mate?
Wedge and Big. Good morning.
Morning, Paul.
Paul, the Wedge.
Yeah.
How are you, mate? I was talking about that shot you took with the moon, mate. I wasn't going to show it because it was unlisted and everything. I'll leave that up to you whether you want to show it or not. But that was with the Mavic 3 and the reflection of the moon on the water and an island and everything. Beautiful.
Yep.
I watched it on the telly. Great stuff. It really is.
Okay, the link is in the chat.
All right, let's have a look at this.
He was
Okay.
posting that link in your chats this morning, Dennis.
Oh,
Right,
That's how I found out about it.
that was
Thanks.
fun.
you can share that, mate, if you want. Let's have a look. I'll mute my mic.
I don't know why.
Yeah, that's really weird. Nobody will play with you, Sean. I can't figure it out.
And neither can I, Dennis, but I'm really happy that you're here.
Yeah,
Are you okay?
Well, would you mind losing the zip ties?
No, I kind of like those. All right. Thanks, man. I did my drone area, but I don't know why.
Yeah, that's really weird. Nobody will play with you, Sean. I can't figure it out.
And neither can I, Dennis, but I'm really happy that you're here.
Yeah,
Are you okay?
Well, would you mind losing the zip ties?
No, I kind of like those. All right. Thanks, man.
Very reminiscent of his trip to Australia.
Oh, gracious. Sean's a character.
He is a character. He's definitely a character.
That was.
Are you-
I'm so glad I took that trip. Got to meet so many people, see so many people, and meet others. And wow.
I made a mistake though when I did the dentist. I used a plastic bag, and that wasn't good.
Yeah. Well, the hospital took care of it, so it's all right.
It did, yeah. After they brought you back.
I want to say
That's
good morning to Myra Elaine, buying space. Good morning. Let's see. Art Code Drone Solutions.
On your pole. Oh dear, that's excellent. Well, I'm going to nick off because I'm going to bed. I'm going to go to work
Yeah, I
tomorrow.
think I might do the same thing.
All right, guys. Well, I'll probably be ending the stream here in a minute. And like I said, I've got a video I want to play to end the stream with. So I'm gonna, once everybody's said their goodbyes and stuff, stick around in the chats. I will still be in the chats, but I'm just gonna let this video play to end the stream with. So anyway, but Matt, you and Dominic have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Yep, no worries, mate. I'll talk to you, Ronnie.
See you guys. Good night.
No worries, mate. Take care. See you.
Bye now.
See you, Rodney. Thank you.
You're welcome, Ron. You have a good night, or you have a good day, brother.
See you, Ron.
Take care, everybody.
Hey, give me a call later if you want to.
Okay.
So. All right.
The Bob Casey, yes, I did get to meet with Mike Kinney as well. Also with Mark Fisher and several others in Rhode Island. And it's just a good trip. Susan Lee, of course.
You said you couldn't meet with Michael Blade because he was sick. That's a bummer, right?
Yes, Mike was sick that day. So,
Mel, you have a good day, brother. I'm sorry I wasn't ignoring you, man. So,
yeah.
All righty, guys. I'm gonna get set up for this video.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Thanks for having us on, Rodney. What's your name again, Rodney?
Ridney.
Okay.
Ridney.
Thanks.
All right. Have a good one.
I'm gonna hang around for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stick around for the video.
Bye-bye.
If I can find it here. Okay. All right. Well, Dom, you have a good one.
Yeah, I'll stick around and watch the video.
All right. Well, we're going to be off the screen. So,
yeah.
But anyway,
Do it,
you in the chat, I'm going to be playing this video. And then shortly after, once I end the your cat cracks me up. Once I end the stream, I'll actually be posting it to my channel.
Yeah.
So,
No worries.
anyway. All right. Well, I'm going to take us off. So stand by.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Let me tell you.
When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong, and what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken, the love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. When I see you again, see you
Thank you, everybody. You all have a great and wonderful day. Keep Rick and keep Rick's family in mind. We'll see you all tomorrow on the Sunday Sunrise. You all take care. Have a great day. Love you all. Bye now.